help new and seasoned investors. So we have to offer ways there.
Sure. So Anthony, you said, right? Where are you in Connecticut?
Just my cell number. I'm actually in Queens right now. So that's my old cell number. I'm in Little Neck.
Little Neck, Queens. All right. And where are you looking to wholesale? In Little Neck or somewhere else?
It could be pretty much anywhere in Queens, Long Island, Nassau, even Westchester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you gone through? Have you taken any courses? Have you studied anybody? Have you bought any books? Like, tell me what you've done.
Yeah. I'm doing all that stuff. So it's like, I've only started 3 weeks ago, so I'm still getting my feet wet.
Good.
But I'm doing lots of time with that stuff and getting a system in place. I know it's very important to get cash buyers. It's very important,
Yeah. So here's what I would recommend, Ant, because it's very easy to get caught up on trying to systematize everything in the beginning, and systems are important. Don't get me wrong. Like, you have to, when you try to scale. If you don't have systems and automation and the right people in place, it's a waste of time. You need that. But I think the most important thing in the beginning is not to focus on the systems and all the mechanics. The most important thing in the beginning is to learn how to market, learn how to drive in leads, learn how to speak to those leads and convert it into an application which goes to a contract and then ultimately a sale. And so I would just focus on getting deals. And that's with lead generation. And once you get a deal in, you're going to start understanding the mechanics of how this thing works. You'll have a good understanding of the workflow. But if you start going down that road and you start trying to systematize everything first, you're going to, look, I'm in this 12 years. I'm still systematizing. It's a never-ending process because things always change. Things are always in flux. I would invest my time on learning how to drive leads, analyze those leads, get them in the contract, and then flip them over to a cash buyer. And if you go down that road, the way I could help you is you and I could joint venture partnership on deals. Like I just got done shooting a video just a little while ago. I'm here in Puerto Rico and I had my team in New York. I have 10 guys working. I think they locked up this week 4 or maybe 5 deals. But then I have another 4 from guys like you who are in the street and they have deals. They're like, hey, Billy, I got this property. Check it out. What do you think? So we got a 7-unit development project on the water in Long Island. I got one upstate in New Jersey that we got on the contract to redevelop, another one up northern Jersey to wholesale, and a 4th one in Connecticut. It's weird because you call from a 203 area code, so I thought you were from Connecticut as well. So look, if you get deals and you don't know what to do with them, and you think it's a lead, like, get me on the phone. I can definitely help you out and get this deal closed, and we could whack up the money.
Yeah, it takes like a lot of the pressure off of trying to do the traditional wholesaling. You're blocking your deal yourself and then finding, like, if I can just find deals at least initially, that would be great. I'm not greedy. I make a great living as a CPA. I'm just trying to do extra retirement money.
Sure.
And then eventually get out of this shit in 10 years or maybe even 5 years. Get out of CPA and do this full time. I'm like spending 80 hours a week between the two things that I'm doing.
Yep.
Very willing to do it. So
what are you doing? What are you doing with your money now? You putting your money to work with the money that you're earning from your regular income, your regular job?
It's kind of sitting around. Looking to actually do a house hack at some point. That's my, because I'm like divorced, so I freaking almost gonna stop.
Yeah, I've been down that road.
I have some money to do the house hack, but my main goal is to become an awesome wholesaler and then become a landlord at some point. And
absolutely.
5 or 6 units,
How old are you, Ant?
47.
It's all right. You're not a kid anymore, but you're not old either. So there's no better time to start than now. So you're starting at the right time. Now, it's always the right time now. So just get your ass in gear and make it happen. I mean, that's the truth. People like, when should I start? Now. I don't care if you're 14 or 40 or 70. There's no better time to pick up the book, start learning, and then start implementing. So look, if you have deals, bro, and you want to...
So let's say I find, something I think is good, a deal. I should look through and see if what kind of discount we can get, or just send you kind of like the deal.
So let's do this. I want to give you a criteria of a deal, because the last thing I want to do is have you inundate me with shit, and I get that a lot, especially when somebody's new, because everything in the beginning to you, you're going to think is a deal. So here's the criteria. If the property is listed on the MLS and it's like it's listed for 500 and they're asking 500, it's not going to be a deal for us. So anything that's listed, just bypass. If you get anything where the property has a situation or the seller has a situation, and I'll tell you what a situation means, and they want to sell relatively quickly, even if they say they want more than what we're willing to pay, that's something I want to get involved with, because everybody's always going to want more than what they think, what they're going to get. And that's totally fine. It's up to us to come in, show how much value we can add, and show them what the real value of the property is, and then come to a number that's reasonable and a win-win for both parties. And that's what I'm the absolute fucking best at.
Oh, that's great. All right, so I will definitely get that going. I might have some properties but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it through. Because I've done a study on this stuff. I'm gonna run it through my analysis. Is there a particular percentage, like an after repair value percentage? So that's what I've been taught here.
Yeah. So let me run this by you first. So let me talk about the situations. So the house has a situation if it's vacant, if there's fire damage, if there's water damage, if there's C of O issues, any violations, foreclosure, anything like that with the property itself. That's one piece. The second piece is the situation with the homeowner. Like they're in foreclosure, they're behind on taxes, somebody passed away, they're getting a divorce, they are losing their business, they're moving out of state, they're a landlord and the tenants aren't paying. So either the property has a situation or the individual has a situation. When you have that should start binging in your head, that's a lead. This is a potential deal that we can close. On the flip side, let's look at something that's really not a lead. Hey, I'm giving you a call and I'll make believe I'm the seller. And I see Zillow has my property worth like 300. I'm really in no rush. I'm really just, right now we're just considering we might want to upgrade to a 4-bedroom instead of a 3. And we're probably looking at right around, the 300, 305. When they say that, I have no situation. I will go in and I will just confirm numbers. And if I see that this house is really worth about 3 and they want 3 and they have no situation, it's probably not a lead you're going to want to get me involved with. That's a lead that you should definitely go down and learn on. You should definitely interview them, go through the whole process, make the offer, because that you're going to get good by when you sharpen your sword. And the way you sharpen your sword is by taking applications and making offers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, but for me, I don't want to waste my time on stuff like that, because it's just, I have so many deals that are going on. I would be on the phone, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if I dealt with every single lead.
I don't want to waste anybody's time with my time. Okay, so basically, am I in the beginning? Am I calling the seller and qualifying all that stuff, and then you think that it's like 65% of the value after repair value for it?
You could actually go higher than that. In this market, you can go 70 to 75% off the ARV, less repair costs. So it's $100,000 value, 75% of that is $75,000 minus repairs. That's going to be your MAO, your maximum allowable offer. Now, you could go as low as 65. When you're first starting off, you could go as low as 65. But the market right now is so hot that unless the people really have no idea what they're dealing with, what they have, you're probably going to be up around the 70 to 75% off ARV, less repair. And those numbers, we're always buying on the after repair value, we're always buying between 50 and 60% off the ARV, depending on what the repair costs are.
Right, without the repair costs.
And then that's going to be, your next question is to be, well, how the fuck do I figure out repair costs? That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So to do it in the beginning and have no idea what you're doing, just ask the people, go through the property, how old is the home? When was the last time it was updated? When was the last time the windows were updated? The roofing, siding, windows, the floors, the electrical, the plumbing, the kitchen, the beds. Because those are the big things, the HVAC. And then from there, if look, it's shot, the whole house needs to be gutted out. If it's a full gut, just write these numbers down. As a full